Hello everyone. I'd like to make another sermon video today. I'm going to be in Matthew 7, 1 through 5. And I'm still in the series on the verses series. And today it's going to be building up versus tearing down. In Matthew 7, 1 through 5 says, "Judge not that you should be not judged. For with what judgment you judge, you shall be judged. And with what measure you mete, it shall be measured to you again. And why beholdeth the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but considerest not the beam that is in thine own eye? Or how wilt thou say to thy brother, Let me pull out the mote out of thine eye, and behold, a beam is in thine own eye? Thou hypocrite, first cast out the beam of thine own eye, and then shalt thou see clearly to cast out the mote out of thy brother's eye." I wrote a book. Maybe like, approve, or don't like, approve, or disapprove. But I wrote this book. It's Building Takes Skill, Tearing Down None. And you can buy it on Amazon Kindle. And it's got a whole lot of what I'm talking about today. But I heard a man talking made a speech. As a matter of fact, his name was Lance Miller. He was the 2005 Toastmasters champion, world champion, and he made one on validating. And he said that he was a salesman. I think he's from the Midwest, but he moved to Los Angeles, and he went in and asked. He was in a parking garage, so he went in the office and he asked his lady, said, "Do you validate?" And she says, "Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, I do." She said, "You have a lovely smile." And of course, that's not what he was meaning, but he got a lot out of that. And he learned that you can get more with validating than you can criticizing. They validate those parking tickets. They go cha-ching, cha-ching. And so he said he had plenty of ink, and he just went around all day validating. It's a novel concept because most people think that you got to criticize to get anything. But building takes skill. Tearing down don't take any skill, in my estimation. Like Brother David Jones, he used to tell this story, and I use a lot of Brother David's examples, so they're good in my opinion. He said he saw a man that was tearing down a building with a wrecking ball, and said this little boy was watching this man, and he caught the man's attention on the crane with the wrecking ball or whatever it is, and he said, "You watching, son?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Is that hard?" And the man said, "Oh no, son, it's not hard." Said, "I'm going to tear down in a few minutes what took other men a long time to build." And that's the way it is. You can tear down in just a few minutes what's took men a long time to build. I prefer building up. There's too many people out there tearing down. Love is the way. He said, speaking the truth in love. If you speak or preach or whatever, and you don't put some love in it, you don't do any good. I think I've told this little story, but we'd go out and eat, some guys I work with, and we went to a place in Huntsville. It's not there any longer. It was on the corner of Bob Wallace and Triana Boulevard, somewhere right in there. And it was called the Soul Burger, and it was good. I'm telling you, they really had some good hamburgers. And the first time you go in there, they'd ask you the question, "Have you ever been to Soul Burger?" I said, "No," the first time. And she turned to the cook, she said, "Put a little love on it." So whatever you say, put a little love on it, and it tastes better. And because people are tasting your words, they're they're uh, they're tasting your words when you speak them. Love, love is so powerful. Uh, Love can run around the block 6 times while criticism is still trying to get its shoes on. I'm telling you, it's you ought to just try it. Um, and if you are going to make a point or criticize or whatever, tell. I always try to tell people what they did good first. I would the men I had 13 men, and the men uh, would the men I supervised, if I was going to mention something that they wasn't doing too good, I'd mention first something that they did good. Maybe they was really good on the route, but there's a little late, or a lot of late sometimes. And I'd say, man, you do such a good job on your route. If you could just do getting here like you do your route, uh, it would be so great. And so that's what I believe. That's what I've used. A successful person is one who can lay a firm foundation with the bricks that others throw at him. Critics, they must be lonelier than a Maytag sales repairman. There used to be a commercial about that. Heard a story about crabs in a barrel. Um, they say, you can put crabs in a barrel, and you don't have to put a lid on it, because when one of the crabs starts getting out, the other one will reach and pull it down. And they just keep doing that until no one gets out of the barrel. And that's the way some people are. That when they see somebody trying to get ahead, they want to pull them back. They can't accomplish that, so they must pull them back. Me blowing out your candle won't make mine shine any brighter. I think about Saul and David. Saul tried to pin David to the wall, and but God had his hand on it. If you try to, Brother David Jones used to say, if you step on a man that God's got his hand on, he'll just pop up over there. You go over there and step on him, he'll pop up back over here. When someone says you can't do it, just do that twice and take pictures. Let me read you what Thomas wrote. Theodore Roosevelt said, "It's not the critic who counts, not the one who points out how the strong man stumbled or how the doer of deeds might have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred with the sweat and dust and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs and comes up short again and again, who knows the great enthusiasms, the great devotions, and spends himself in a worthy cause, and who at the best knows that the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who know neither victory or defeat." Matthew 12:34 through 37. Matthew 12:34-37 says, "O generation of vipers, how long can you, being evil, speak good things? For out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaketh. A good man out of the good treasure of the heart bringeth forth good things, and the evil man out of the evil treasure bringeth forth evil things. But I say unto you that every idle word that man shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. For by thy words shall thou be justified, and thy words thou would be condemned." Idle word. You know, if you get in your car and it's sitting still, you put it in idle, you're not going anywhere. Idle, and there's no profit in that. An idle word is one that's spoken out of place. It's and some people believe in telling it like it is. They comfort themselves that they're doing the right thing because they're telling it like it is. Actually, they're not telling it like it is. They're telling it like they think it is. So This is how it is. Thy truth. This is truth. It said, let God be true and every man a liar. If what I think is contrary to that book, let it be true and let me come to that. So I've enjoyed getting this to you. I've been giving you my phone number, 256-508-4410, in case you need it. You can call or text me. I may not get back to you right then, but I will consider what you say, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. May God bless you is my prayer.